big manufacturers, they lost all their supplies, tobacco and everything, and they had to start all over again. And unfortunately, they noticed that they couldn't wait for 20 years, 30 years to start rolling cigars, right? I understand that.
Yeah.
And they started to roll young tobacco. But unfortunately, they did not care to get back to the quality there used to be.
That's crap.
And ever since, people, smokers, just don't have the pleasure of smoking a good cigar. No matter who makes it, they don't use aged tobacco. They telling you that the quality comes from the manufacturer, because hey, I'm such guy.
So and so.
My family came from Cuba. Blah, blah, blah. No. The quality of a cigar does not come from the hands that roll the cigar. Neither it comes from the land where the tobacco is grown. It comes from the tobacco itself, from the tobacco's journey. If the tobacco has been processed right and it has been aged, that cigar will be good. Obviously, the person adds his skills, his knowledge in blending and all that, but that's just an external thing.
Yeah, it's mostly comes
Those
from
are
tobacco.
external things. This I use is just plain water, plain distilled water. Odors and aromas that you get in cigars by some manufacturers, then they claim, oh, this is like cigarly or chocolatey or coffee or something like that. Most of the times they add aromas or flavors to a tobacco, not to give you more, but to cover up the crappy material that they're using.
Yeah.
That's why they do it, not to give you more, I guarantee you. A lot of people think that, oh, this is nice because it smells like this.
Right. Otherwise it would smell
I
like
will
hay.
wonder, how would that smell without that artificial aroma? I guarantee you it's not going to be pleasant. And that's why they flavor it instead of infusing it. Because if they were infusing it like it should be, they would charge you even way more.
Yeah.
Because infusing is one thing and flavor is another thing. Flavoring is right now. Like they put this on flavor and
Spray it on
flavor.
the
That's it,
tobacco.
it's flavor. Seconds.
Right.
And then they roll it. Infusing takes months. Because only the fumes will be picked up by the leaves. So guess what? They're gonna charge you way more. If you were getting a rum infused cigar, for example, it's gonna cost you.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna take longer.
Right.
But if they giving you something, oh, it's rum flavor, and then you're even paying less than the certain cigars, I guarantee you they're just covering up the cheap material they use. All right. These are the tubes I was telling you about. Every time you see a roller and he's using this techniques, then he got good school. If he's just doing this, no good. You need to form a tube. And then one tube goes to the right, the other one goes to the right. Double the tubes. This is just to use the whole, everything I have in my hand. This part moves also, even though it's not being rolled yet. Because you don't want this to twist. When it twists, then you compromise draw as well. Even like this, if I use the glue on this and just glue it, I can smoke it. Actually, this is the way I smoke. I don't use no wrappers. The wrapper in a cigar is just a dress. What's important is what's inside that dress. Just the same as a woman. Doesn't matter how the woman dresses. If the woman is beautiful, meaning it's good, it's gonna be good, you know?
Yeah.
No matter if you dress as black, white, red, whatever. Same thing with cigars. It's not to change the flavor, it's just to change the look. A lot of people give credit to dark wrappers when they smoke a strong cigar. They think that the darker the wrapper, the stronger the taste of the cigar. Wrong. I can make a cigar that knocks you out and wrap it with a very light wrapper. So forget about rules. Rules out there, they made it for their cigars, and because they make it that way. But anyone that knows the art can break those rules.
Yeah.
Fill all this up, and then you press it. One of the critical things. Everything is critical in the Roman, but this is one of them. People ask me, how long should you leave it in the press? Some manufacturers say 20 minutes, others say 30 minutes, others say 40 minutes. None of them agree, which leads me to thinking that there is no set time. Because for them, certain time is working, for
Certain
others,
times aren't.
another times are working. So there is no set time, and that is the actually right thing to do. Is there is no set time. The set time have to be decided in the understanding of several factors. Number one, the amount of tobacco you had in your hand when you starting to roll it. Number two, the vitola or shape that you are making. And number three, the amount of smoke I want for you. That will be the time left on the press. So if you don't understand that relationship, forget it. There is no 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes. No, I can leave it all the way from a minute to 30 minutes. Now play with the draw. Meaning that draw is something that you can control. If you cannot control draw, when you make a cigar, you just don't know how to roll cigars. Because anyone can bunch tobacco, put it right there, press it, and the mold is going to form the cigar. But that's not making cigars. Making cigars is from the beginning. You need to assure the draw, you need to control it, you need to tell the cigar how good or how tight it's going to draw, and not just whatever the mold gives you. You should be able to control it. If you can't control it, then you don't understand it. It's simple as that.
Interesting. It's cool.
Pretty simple, huh?
Yeah.
This I'm telling you, no one tells you. You ask high top cigar authorities there. They tell you other stuff. They tell you about marketing, they tell you about stuff, but they don't tell you about the core, which is the tobacco. Alright, once you get it out of the mold, you rotate it 90 degrees only. 90 degrees, meaning that this part is going to be like that. Why? When you first press it, you create two marks on each side. So if you rotate it 90 degrees, then the marks would be on top and the bottom. And then you press it again to erase those marks, to try to get rid of those. That's why 90 degrees and not more. Because otherwise, if you rotate it completely, then it's going to be at the same point. And if you rotate it less or more, then it'll be either here or here, and the pressure will not be applied on the marks. That's why 90 degrees. There you See? You see that? Those little small details is what you learn someone that learned from a truly master. Because if you learn only without these explanations, you're just copying or mimicking the process, which is gonna lead you, either you or your descendant or whoever you transfer it, since he didn't understand why you're doing it this way, he's gonna tend to change it. To either go faster or to just because he wants to.
Right.
He doesn't really know what exactly you're doing. I compare this sort of like exactly when you learn martial arts. It's an art.
It is.
It is an art. So a certain move has to be applied and has to be made in this way, not the other way you're thinking. No, no, this way. Why? Because it's got its meaning. This is to block, and this is to hit. So it's the same thing with it. If you do it the other way, no, it's not going to work.
Right.
Let me see. See if the wrapper is ready. Oh, it's going to take a little longer. You can turn it off until I finish.